Tonight, we begin with a breaking news update in New Haven, where 3 people were shot this afternoon, and police are now saying a second person has died. Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Brent Harden. This all happened in the area of Woodward Avenue, and new tonight, police say the shooting happened between 2 groups of people, and it was not random. Fox 61's Kayla Cade spoke with neighbors who were shaken up by what happened.
The shooting happened at the Fort Hale Gardens condominiums, which is right across from the Armed Forces Reserve Center. It's also near the Nathan Hale School. New Haven police say 3 people were shot in the area of Woodward Avenue and Pope Street. 2 people died from their injuries, a 21-year-old man from Ansonia and an 18-year-old man from New Haven. We spoke with one parent who says their child was at recess when it happened. They say they were not notified about the shooting. We also spoke to another neighbor, Young Rock. She has lived in the area for about 12 years. She says she's never seen anything like this before and that it's usually quiet. She didn't hear any gunshots but saw the police outside her home.
I want to check out and see if the rain started yet. So I open the door, I see a whole bunch of police and all blocked off in the entrance and everything. Everybody's so scared.
Police are calling this a homicide investigation. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. In New Haven, Kayla Cade, Fox 61.
Well, this is different. A much-needed beneficial soaking rain that's been coming down across the state. We've already seen anywhere between a half an inch to an inch of rain, and we are not done yet as more showers will continue overnight and even into the day tomorrow. Let's get a closer look at some of the downpours that are out there. Some parts of the state are just a bit misty and drizzly, like Cheshire. But it's raining pretty good right now in Berlin and also Rocky Hill. We're also seeing a downpour here through Putnam and heading into Thompson at the moment. And as we widen things out, you'll see additional showers are kind of popping up to the west. So we'll continue to see this off and on through the overnight and all the way back into part of the day tomorrow as an area of low pressure passes to the south of us during your Tuesday. So tomorrow we'll see cloudy skies. It doesn't rain from start to finish, but we'll at least see occasional showers, and temperatures will only be in the 60s to right around 70 degrees. It will also be more humid, as well, I'd say equally as humid as today. The humidity will drop back again as we head into Tuesday night and Wednesday, and it is looking really nice for Wednesday and Thursday of this week. But we're not done with the rain just yet. It returns for later this week. We'll talk about it. Your full forecast is coming up, Brent.
Rachel, thanks. A New Haven man has been sentenced to 15 years in prison for a deadly stabbing in 2024. A judge ordered 50-year-old Antwine Mike to serve 15 years, followed by 3 years of special parole. Prosecutors say Mike stabbed 47-year-old Travis James outside a business on Whaley Avenue in June of 2024. James later died at the hospital. A jury found Mike guilty of first-degree manslaughter in April. And Bridgeport police say a man is accused of stabbing 3 family members early this morning, killing one of them. Jamar Whittingham is charged with murder, assault, and home invasion. He's being held on a $1 million bond. Officers say they found Whittingham outside a Laurel Avenue home around 5 a.m. holding a large kitchen knife and used tasers to take him into custody. Police say 60-year-old Eric Johnson died at a hospital. 2 other family members had surgery, and investigators have not released a motive. Well, tonight we're learning more about the 2 men killed in a weekend shooting outside a West Haven bar. As investigators continue to search for the shooter, people who live and work nearby say the violence has left them shaken. Fox 61's Jamel Johnson has that story.
In the same spot where those 2 men were killed, a memorial has been placed a few days later. Friends, family, and neighbors passing by have stopped at the memorial to pay the respects of those 2 men who lost their lives. Shots rang out in the early morning hours on Campbell Street Saturday. Except for the bar, and most of the businesses on this street were closed at the time of the shooting. However, Falcon Pizza was open. Owner Sardar Saheen was there getting ready to close for the night.
I all heard that shot, that's all I heard, the shooting, pop, 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 and they were on the ground, and 2 cars going, 1 car going that way, 1 car going that way, and the police came in, like in a minute. They were here.
Saheen has owned the restaurant for 5 years. He says this isn't the first act of violence he's seen on the street.
Stabbing happened right down the road, a week ago. Now the shooting. There's a lot of police presence around here too, but still, 2 people got killed. We don't feel safe around here anymore, especially nighttime. I'm open till 3 a.m. Friday, Saturdays, and now we're thinking about maybe closing.
During the shooting, 3 people were shot. Only 1 survived. Police identified the 2 victims as 31-year-old Miguel Daniel Blake and 34-year-old Dravere Christopher Blake. Roy Baranski Jr. is a West Haven native who says this is the worst crime he's known of in the area.
It's just getting worse out there, and the sad part is people don't understand when you take someone's life, it's done and over, and then when you get caught for doing it, you're going to spend in a cell time for the rest of your life. It's so destructive. Police say someone was arrested in Clinton in connection with the disturbance at the scene, but said there have been no arrest of a suspect. You know they're going to get them. We got eye in the sky. You just got to wait for the cops to do their job. Now, West Haven police believe the shooting was tied to an incident that happened at the bar, and right now don't believe there is any threat to the area. In West Haven, Jamel Johnson, Fox 61.
A Guilford man has been convicted of firing gunshots into the homes of 2 former high school classmates. A New Haven County jury found 42-year-old Gregory McHugh guilty of multiple charges, including attempted first-degree assault. Prosecutors say McHugh fired into 2 occupied Guilford homes in separate incidents in 2022 and 2023. McHugh is scheduled to be sentenced on September 3rd. Well, authorities have identified 2 of the 3 people whose remains were found inside a Burlington home last week. The chief medical examiner's office says the remains are those of Brian and Sally Cash. Investigators are still waiting on DNA test results to identify a 3rd person. The remains were discovered June 14th inside a Stanwich Lane home during an inspection following a foreclosure sale. State police say there are no signs of foul play or criminal activity, and the cause of death remains under investigation. Well, now to a shocking development in a cold case that dates back to 2018. The woman accused of killing her newborn baby 8 years ago appeared in Danbury Superior Court today. Police say 28-year-old Dominique Harrison was arrested last week in connection with the case. During today's hearing, prosecutors described her alleged actions as depraved and heinous. Fox 61's Alicia Hercules takes us inside the courtroom for the latest developments.
Dominique Harrison is the woman accused of placing her newborn baby alive inside of a dumpster. As she was brought into the courtroom Monday, several of the victim's family members walked out in tears.
Your Honor, the case before you paints a picture of a level of depravity that is nearly inconceivable.
Deputy Assistant State's Attorney Mary Caitlin Harding says 28-year-old Dominique Harrison placed her newborn baby alive in a dumpster back in 2018.
The facts allege she put that newborn baby son alive in a dumpster in a remote area so that no one could save that baby's life.
The investigation started after the Stamford Police Department discovered the remains. During the investigation, police discovered the newborn was killed in Danbury. After getting an arrest warrant, police arrested Harrison last week. Prosecutors say she admitted to committing the crime after investigators questioned her several times.
She subsequently gave interviews after arrest that are leading to additional investigations as well.
She's charged with murder with special circumstances. The state described Harrison as a threat to society. However, her defense attorney disagreed.
And although the state may paint her in a stark picture that she may pose a danger and a threat to society, I don't believe that is the case. She has been actively participating in the community. She's been able to maintain full-time employment.
Although there are several facts and pieces of evidence that the state can't release just yet, Harding says they're confident in their case.
The facts all will point to the fact that this defendant murdered her newborn child.
Prosecutors expect to bring additional charges against Harrison as the investigation continues. She's held on a $2.5 million bond. She's expected back in court on July 31st. In Danbury, Alicia Hercules, Fox 61.
A Tolland mother faces charges after police say her 4-year-old daughter ingested THC products. State police say April Moan waited until the following day to take the child to the hospital. The incident was reported to the police by the Department of Children and Families in March of last year. Moan turned herself in last week, posted a $50,000 bond, and is scheduled to return to court next week. And tonight, a motorcyclist is in the ICU after a crash with a pickup truck in East Haven. Police say it happened just before 9 o'clock last night at the intersection of Dodge and Hemingway Avenues. Now, investigators say the crash occurred as the pickup truck was making a left turn and the motorcycle struck the front driver's side of the vehicle. The rider was thrown from the bike and suffered serious injuries. Police say the cause of that crash remains under investigation now. And state police say a woman suffering life-threatening injuries after being thrown from her vehicle during a rollover crash in Orange early this morning. Troopers say she lost control of her car on Route 15 just before 4 a.m. Investigators say the vehicle crossed into the median, struck a guardrail, rolled over, and came to rest in the left lane. And police say a second vehicle then crashed into the disabled car and also struck a guardrail. The second driver was taken to the hospital with injuries that are not considered life-threatening.